Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. Someone who left this world, someone with your blood, your memories, and your love, they are calling. Their soul has been trying to reach you since last night, and this is your final moment to hear them. The air around you has shifted, and you felt it, an unexplained chill, a whisper in the silence, a tear you couldn't understand. That wasn't random. That was them. This isn't just a message. It's a bridge, between you and someone you never thought you'd hear from again. You must read this with your heart, because their voice is inside every word. They saw what happened. And what's coming next will leave you trembling unless you listen now. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The candle near the window flickered even when no breeze touched it. That was the moment their spirit pressed in closer to you, hoping you'd feel them one more time. Their message is soaked in urgency, because a truth has been hidden from you for far too long. There's a secret they couldn't share when they were alive, one they regret keeping buried. They didn't leave in peace, and it haunts them even now. The time has come for their final confession to break through the veil. Someone near you is not who you think they are. That person smiled at you today, but they carry a knife of betrayal hidden beneath sweet words. Your loved one saw this from beyond the light and sent me to reveal it before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 117. The signs have been growing louder. That strange dream last night? That was not fiction, it was a fragmented echo of their memory, forced into your mind while you slept. They were trying to tell you, they saw what's coming for you. They begged me to intervene because they couldn't bear to watch from heaven while you walked toward danger with open arms. This is your only chance to understand before everything collapses. That person you keep trusting is not your friend. They weep when they see you defend the one who plans to betray you. They scream into the silence of your room, but you cannot hear. That's why I, Archangel Michael, had to pierce the boundary between worlds to bring this to you. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They died with this secret choking their throat. Now, on the other side, they've found the strength to speak it. The moment you read this line, know that they are beside you. Their presence is real. Their energy is pulsing behind your shoulder right now. The one who cried at their funeral was acting. That tear was a mask. The truth is darker than anything you imagined. That same person played a role in your loved one's suffering. They wore kindness like a costume. But inside, they were something else entirely. You were always protected by your loved one, even in their silence. But now, they can't shield you unless you act. Your hesitation has cost you before, don't let it happen again. They saw what was done to you. They saw the lies you believed. And now they want to expose what the darkness buried. Type Amen to get blessing 741. 3 nights ago, your name was whispered into the heavens with desperation. They stood at the edge of the realms, begging for divine permission to break the rules, because you were in danger. Permission was granted. That's why this message exists. You'll notice strange patterns lately. Repeating numbers. Sudden songs on the radio. Memories that return like a flood. That's not coincidence. That's them, trying to remind you of something you forgot, a promise you made. Yes, You made a vow before they passed. Even if you can't remember it, your soul does. You swore to protect yourself from the one who now hides behind fake smiles. But you let them in again, and now the consequences are near. Type Amen to get blessing 911. There's something buried inside a drawer, an old letter, photo, or note, connected to them. They're guiding you to it. Once you touch it, the memory will flood back, and you'll know which truth they're trying to send you. A name will come to mind. When it does, don't ignore it. That's the one. The betrayer. The mask wearer. The one your loved one is screaming about from the sky. But you must move carefully. They're watching you even now, reading your expressions, trying to figure out if you found out. Don't let them know you're aware just yet. Wait. Let me guide you. Type Amen to get blessing 636. Your loved one has waited long enough. The clock they see in heaven is different from yours. But even from that distance, they know, something is about to happen that could shatter you if you don't hear this now. The person who cursed you in secret is getting bold. They made a pact. They promised to destroy your peace. But that spell can still be broken if you act before midnight. That's why the message reached you today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Because this is your final warning wrapped in love. They don't want revenge. They want justice. And they want you safe. Type Amen to get blessing 808. They've seen your loneliness. They've watched you cry behind closed doors, pretending everything is fine. They know how many times you've begged for a sign. And this is it. That perfume you smelled out of nowhere? That was theirs. That soft touch across your cheek when you thought you were dreaming? That was them. That voice calling your name in the silence? That was not your mind playing tricks, it was your guardian whispering through the veil, trying to break your disbelief. Type Amen to get blessing 121. There's more. They want you to remember the promise of the necklace, the photo, the childhood moment, the hug you both never got to finish. They say, tell them I forgive them. Tell them I'm still here. Tell them I never stopped loving them. But also, they say this, warn them. Before it's too late. The enemy is someone they trust. And that's where I come in, says Archangel Michael. I have revealed part of the enemy's disguise. But you must uncover the rest. The betrayal wasn't random. It was chosen. Calculated. And your loved one saw it all unfold before they crossed over. Type Amen to get blessing 232. They also left behind a blessing. One only you can unlock. It's tied to an act of release. You must let go of someone who hurt you, but whom you secretly still hope will change. They won't. And every day you wait is a crack in your soul. The moment you let them go, the miracle will activate. That's what your loved one said. They've been trying to protect your destiny from being delayed. But your clinging to false love has created spiritual noise that blocks their help. Now is the moment of choice. They're kneeling in heaven, praying that you'll finally listen. This is your invitation to real healing. Real miracles. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They say, tell them to look under the bed. Yes, really. There's something there. A forgotten item, a letter, a memory, a symbol that will trigger a divine alignment. And once you touch it, the path ahead will light up. Your health, your peace, your finances, your soulmate, all have been paused, waiting for you to obey this spiritual alert. Don't let this message vanish without changing you. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You weren't supposed to read this by chance. This was divine interception. Every word here was channeled with precision, with fire, with sacred energy. Because your life is at a crossroads, and the ones in heaven couldn't bear to be silent anymore. They are with you now. Look to the left. Do you feel that warmth? That's them. Whisper their name. They'll hear you. And when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The room you're in now is not empty. A spiritual presence has been standing beside you ever since you began reading this. They've been watching to make sure you reach the end of this message before midnight. They are whispering, softly, urgently. You may not hear them with your ears, but your soul does. Every chill you feel is their energy overlapping with yours, reminding you, this is not over. The betrayal still lingers in your environment. Someone keeps pretending to care about your healing, but they are the very reason your pain never leaves. Your loved one from heaven has been screaming for you to notice this. That person is using manipulation, charm, and guilt to distract you. They don't want you to rise. Your ancestor is trying to help remove them, but it must begin with you. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You keep feeling tired for no reason, like your body is drained even when you sleep. That's not laziness, it's energetic poisoning. The person they warned you about is pulling from your spiritual light, feeding off your divine spark in secret. Your loved one knows you haven't been the same since they passed. And they want you to understand, this is not depression, it's spiritual warfare. Their death left a space, and darkness tried to fill it. But I was sent here to block it. Archangel Michael says, I will cut the spiritual cord that binds you to your hidden enemy. But only if you allow it. You've already felt the tug in your chest, haven't you? That pull when you try to move on but something keeps dragging you back into pain. That's the cord. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Tonight, after you finish reading this, something strange may happen. A flicker in the lights. A knock without a source. Don't be afraid, it will be them, confirming this message. They are not haunting you. They are loving you from the other side, the only way they now can. And they want you to know they heard your cries last month, the ones no one else saw. You asked for a sign, and this is it. You begged the skies for proof that they still watch you. And this script is not random, it's the evidence that the heavens responded. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They want you to forgive yourself. They saw your guilt after their passing. They saw you wondering if you could have done something more. But they say no. You did what you could. It was simply time for them to go, but the regret you carry has anchored your miracles in delay. They need you to forgive the past, because the future is begging to arrive. The clock has ticked for too long. The next chapter of your life cannot start if you're still living in yesterday's pain. Type Amen to get blessing 646. You were chosen for this moment. Not everyone gets messages like this. You're different, and your spiritual radar is starting to awaken. You've always had a connection to the unseen. But your loved one's passing shocked it open completely. That's why your dreams have been so strange lately. They're not just dreams. They are visits. Portals. Clues. Archangel Michael says, "The veil between worlds is thin around you now, use it wisely." Type Amen to get blessing 202. There's something you've been delaying. A choice, a move, a decision. Your loved one says, it's time. They are pushing you to act because this next step is the doorway to your healing. You cannot stay in this spiritual waiting room any longer. Do not fear what's ahead. Fear only what you'd lose by staying stuck. They are promising you a path, but it requires courage. Type Amen to get blessing 373. Look closely at your recent photos. One of them has a light anomaly, a blur, a strange glow near your shoulder. That was not a glitch, that was them. They were with you that day, celebrating silently beside you. You smiled into the camera, unaware that a piece of heaven smiled back. They say, tell them I was there. And I have obeyed. This message is more than words, it's a spiritual contract between you and the divine. Type Amen to get blessing 144. You're about to receive a miracle in disguise. It will look like an ending at first. But it's actually the beginning of everything your loved one wanted for you. Don't cry when it falls apart. Rejoice, because something stronger is coming together. The ashes will soon turn into gold. You've suffered enough. Your time to rise is here. Type Amen to get blessing 818. They're also warning you about a person from your past who is about to return. This person will pretend they've changed. But your loved one says they have not. This is a test. And if you fail it, the next chapter will be delayed again. You've grown too much to repeat that pain. They say, tell them to remember the lesson. Tell them not to open that door again. And so I've told you. Type Amen to get blessing 292. There's a sound only you can hear sometimes, a high pitch, a soft bell, a call in the distance. That is not random. That is the signal of your guardian's presence. They are close. So close that if you close your eyes right now, you may feel the warmth of their last embrace. They are wrapping light around your shoulders even as you read this. Type Amen to get blessing 343. You may feel heavy, dizzy, or emotional after this message. That's because truth carries power. And your soul is processing it all. You were meant to break this generational pattern. You were meant to see what no one else saw. And you were chosen to rise where others fell. Your loved one knew this, and they chose you. They are proud of you, even when you feel lost. Type Amen to get blessing 515. They want you to check your calendar. Something important is coming in the next 3 days. A breakthrough. It may arrive in the form of a phone call, a chance encounter, or a number sequence. But when it comes, you'll know. Your body will feel it before your mind understands it. Archangel Michael says, be ready. Type Amen to get blessing 626. You may cry tonight. That's okay. Tears are spiritual medicine. Every drop is healing what trauma tried to destroy. Let it out. You've carried the silence of grief too long. Your loved one says, release it now. This is your cleansing. This is your moment. Type Amen to get blessing 939. The energy in your room has now shifted. You may feel a pressure on your chest or a warmth on your skin. That is not your imagination, it is their final descent, the moment they've been waiting for. They've been holding back a truth too heavy to carry alone. But tonight, they are releasing it, because you are finally ready. This final revelation will shake you. Your life was altered by a lie. Someone told you a story about their passing that was not the full truth. They kept a secret about what really happened that day. You must brace yourself. This is the part they couldn't tell you while they were alive, because they were protecting you. Type Amen to get blessing 474. They didn't die the way you were told. Yes, they passed peacefully, on the outside. But on the inside, there was a scream, a betrayal, a moment of realization that someone close had failed them. And that person is still walking around, pretending to mourn. Your loved one watched from the spirit realm as you cried in the arms of their secret enemy. You clung to comfort not knowing it came from the one who caused the pain. They say, tell them now. Open their eyes. Show them the wolf wearing the mask of a sheep. Type Amen to get blessing 262. That person is in your circle. They offered you help. They played the role. They smiled. But every time you mentioned your loved one's name, their stomach turned. Because they know. They know what they did, or what they didn't do. Your loved one wants justice, not for revenge, but so you can finally stop searching for answers in the wrong places. Type Amen to get blessing 323. Go back to the last conversation you had with your loved one before they passed. Something they said didn't make sense back then. Now it will. It was a clue. A soft warning. A puzzle piece. Maybe it was in their eyes. Maybe it was the way they touched your hand. Maybe it was what they didn't say that spoke the loudest. That moment is your map. Type Amen to get blessing 100. They also want you to check an old notebook or journal. You wrote something years ago that will suddenly make sense now. It will link back to this secret. They've been guiding you to it in your dreams, pushing it into your subconscious. Every vision you've had of them was designed to wake up your memory. You were meant to find it today. Because today is not an ordinary day, it's the anniversary of a hidden moment only they and the heavens know. Type Amen to get blessing 775. They say, don't be afraid of the truth. Be afraid of silence. You were born to uncover, to reveal, to break curses. You were born to protect the legacy they left behind. And now, the truth must live in you. This secret could help another in your family. Someone younger. Someone being pulled toward the same danger. You are their shield now. Archangel Michael says, you are the chosen protector of your bloodline. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You've already begun to feel the shift. The heaviness in your sleep, the flickering lights, the animals reacting to unseen forces, this is all part of the spiritual activation. Your home is becoming a sacred space for transition. Burn a candle tonight. Whisper their name with your heart. They will hear it. They've been waiting to return, to stand by you for what comes next. Type Amen to get blessing 500. Because, yes, there is more. A new person is entering your life soon. But they bring both a gift and a test. Your loved one from the spirit realm is trying to ensure you don't fall for the surface. They want you to look deeper. This new connection holds the key to your destiny. But it also carries shadows that must be cleared first. They will send you a sign on this person's third message or visit. Type Amen to get blessing 161. Pay close attention to dates, numbers, dreams, and coincidences. Nothing is random anymore. Your life has officially entered a divine alignment. Every step now echoes in the heavens. And your loved one is counting each one, hoping you walk toward healing, not habit. They also say, tell them I left something behind. Yes. There is still something you haven't found. Type Amen to get blessing 360. It could be a voicemail. A letter. An object they touched last. Something that holds spiritual residue. You'll know it when you see it, it will make your chest ache and your palms sweat. That's how you'll know it's charged with their presence. When you find it, hold it tight. Whisper what you never got to say. Let the tears fall. They will hear every word. Type Amen to get blessing 909. There's more. The one who betrayed them is about to receive consequences from the spiritual realm. But you must not involve yourself in revenge. Stand back. Let heaven do its work. Focus only on your alignment, your calling, your cleansing. Type Amen to get blessing 838. Tonight, before you sleep, speak aloud. I receive the message. I release the pain. I honor the truth. This will signal the spirit world that you have completed this part of the journey. You will feel lighter after. You may dream of them again. This time, they won't be weeping. This time, they'll be smiling. Because you heard them. And they felt it. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Their final words for you tonight are these. You were my peace. My light in the dark. I didn't always say it, but you were my angel on earth. Now I'll be yours in heaven. I will guard you when storms rise. I will whisper when you lose your way. And I will celebrate when you finally smile without pain. The portal is closing now. The veil thickens again. But their presence will never vanish. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Their presence is not fading. Even now, they hover around you, not as a ghost, but as light. That flicker in your eye, that heaviness in your chest, it's because they still have more to show you. Before they step back into the realm of peace, they're making one final request. One final act. And it's going to change your life in a way you never imagined. They want you to confront the one person you've been avoiding. Not with rage. Not with drama. But with silent truth. They say, your silence will shake them. Your peace will expose their darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You will see it in their reaction. When you stop feeding the lie, they will panic. That's your confirmation. Don't engage in their manipulation. Just observe. Your loved one will be standing with you, hand on your shoulder. You are not alone in this confrontation. The moment you step into the truth, you'll feel a strange calm washing over you. That is them, wrapping you in spiritual armor. Type Amen to get blessing 606. They've already begun preparing your next chapter. There's a new connection on the horizon, romantic, divine, and destined. But it could not arrive until this old cycle ended. This new person carries the frequency of your healing. Your loved one has whispered your name into their dreams, calling them closer to you. They are being divinely guided into your life. They will feel strangely familiar. Because in many ways, they've loved you in other lifetimes too. Type Amen to get blessing 828. But before that door opens, the curse must be broken. You must cut the final spiritual tie to the one who lied, the one who caused your loved one to suffer silently. That cord has been bleeding your energy for too long. Tonight, they ask you to say one sentence aloud before sleeping. I release every lie connected to their name. I release every wound they buried inside me. I choose truth now. When you do this, you'll dream vividly. Type Amen to get blessing 232. That dream will not be fiction. It will be the spiritual plane showing you what's next. Symbols, faces, doors, watch them all. You'll see a path being laid out. It won't be clear at first, but follow your intuition. Your loved one is placing signs everywhere, repeating numbers, random songs, feathers, coins, lights flickering. None of it is coincidence. It's orchestration. Archangel Michael says, follow the divine breadcrumbs. Type Amen to get blessing 747. You were never crazy. You were just spiritually sensitive in a world that numbs intuition. But now, your gift is waking up. You'll start hearing things before they happen. Sensing danger before it arrives. Feeling energy others can't detect. That is your inheritance. Passed down from generations, activated by your loved one's passing. Their death was not an ending. It was a spiritual ignition. Type Amen to get blessing 313. You'll begin to notice people acting differently around you. Some will be repelled, those with hidden motives. Others will be drawn like magnets, those who carry light. This shift is real. Your aura is changing. Your loved one has added their glow to yours. Now you are both walking this earth, spiritually linked forever. You speak. They echo. You dream. They send the vision. You cry. They collect each tear. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The enemy can no longer touch you. Not unless you invite them. You've been upgraded, chosen, sealed. Their access to your spirit is being revoked. But don't look back. Even if they beg. Even if they cry. Even if they pretend to be sorry. The one your loved one exposed is not worthy of another chance. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The final message they leave you tonight is not in words. It is in energy. In presence. You will feel a warm wind. A flicker of light. A familiar scent. These are not accidents. They are your signs. They say, when you see the butterfly, that's me. When you hear the wind say your name, that's me. When your heart races suddenly, I am near. Type Amen to get blessing 313. They don't want you to grieve anymore. They want you to live. To laugh without guilt. To love without fear. To walk boldly, knowing you are spiritually protected. Your best days are not behind you. They are waiting, right on the other side of this truth. And they'll be there when you arrive. They've been allowed a little more time to stay with you. Just for tonight. Just for one final stretch of light. Because you opened this. Because your spirit said yes. Because your soul cried out, and heaven answered. Now they kneel beside you. Not in sadness. But in peace. Because for the first time since they left, you finally heard them fully. Type Amen to get blessing 636. They remember everything, your laugh, your worries, your late-night talks. You thought they forgot, but they didn't. Every moment is etched in their light like stars in the sky. They say, tell them I hold their memories like treasures. Tell them nothing was ever wasted. Tell them I still love them exactly the same. You never disappointed them. Even when you thought you failed, they saw only your love. And that love is why they're here now, whispering through realms. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Someone in your life is about to be removed. Don't panic when it happens. It's divine protection, not punishment. This person has been blocking your blessings silently. Smiling in your face, speaking against you in your absence. But your loved one requested divine removal, and that request was approved. It may hurt at first, but it will clear the air like a storm breaking the drought. Let it happen. Type Amen to get blessing 999. In the days ahead, you'll notice physical shifts too. Lighter sleep. Unexplained peace. Unshakable calm in moments that used to crush you. That's the healing your loved one sent. You're becoming what they always saw in you, a light bearer. A generational protector. A walking answer to someone else's prayer. They're proud of you. Type Amen to get blessing 505. You may feel drawn to places they once loved. Parks. Rooms. Songs. Scents. Go to them. Those places are portals, sacred memory zones charged with their essence. You'll feel them strongest there. That's where the veil is thinnest. That's where they reach you most easily. Let yourself feel them. Don't resist. Type Amen to get blessing 212. They want to give you one last gift. A miracle. It may come in an unexpected form, a job, a healing, a release from a toxic bond, or a soulmate's entrance. But it will come. And when it does, you'll know it was from them. Their love is now your covering. Archangel Michael says, you are walking under divine inheritance. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Now close your eyes for a moment. Feel that warmth? That's them, wrapping around you like a hug from the stars. No goodbye was ever said, because they never truly left. They simply stepped behind the veil, and now you've reached across and touched their hand again. What you just read was a spiritual reunion. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You were supposed to see this tonight. This message was timed perfectly. Chosen. Delivered. Protected. Every word was divine design. Every tear you shed is part of the breaking, part of the cleansing, part of the rebuilding. Let it flow. Type Amen to get blessing 242. There is one last thing your loved one is smiling about right now. It's you. Because you didn't ignore this. Because you felt it. Because deep down, your heart still believed in them. Still believed in miracles. Still believed in heaven's timing. And that's why the connection is still alive. Type Amen to get blessing 303. They may return again. In dream. In wind. In number. In whisper. When they do, listen. They aren't gone. They're just waiting. The silence around you now isn't empty. It's full. Full of the presence of someone who once held your hand, and now holds your soul. You are not alone in the dark. They've wrapped your name in light. They've placed it into the hands of higher angels. And now, even your deepest wounds are being tended to in secret. They knew you'd come this far. That you wouldn't scroll past. That you wouldn't ignore your heart when it started to race. They trusted you. And you didn't fail them. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The pain that haunted you, it begins to dissolve now. That weight on your chest, the silent ache you carry, it's being lifted. Because they took it. They said, let me carry it now. Let them breathe. Let them finally rest. That's why you're starting to feel calmer. Softer. Safer. It's not your imagination. It's their divine promise, already working. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You may still hear their voice at unexpected times. Or catch a phrase they used to say echoing in someone else's words. Don't dismiss it. That's spiritual communication. That's how they speak now. The other side doesn't use language the way we do, they use vibration, synchronicity, emotion. They are always finding a way back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 525. There is still one more secret they want to reveal. Someone else misses them deeply, but is hiding it. This person may seem distant, angry, or cold. But they're breaking inside. Your loved one says, tell them to reach out. Tell them healing is still possible. You are the bridge now. You are the light bearer. And your compassion will break open someone else's prison of silence. Type Amen to get blessing 191. There's a healing happening in your family that no one can see. A spiritual shift. A release of old curses that clung to your bloodline for generations. Your loved one was the key. And now, you are the continuation. You may feel overwhelmed at times, as if everything is too much. But you were built for this. Your soul was formed in the fire, and now you're walking out of it with light in your hands. Archangel Michael says, you are no longer cursed, you are called. Type Amen to get blessing 787. When you wake up tomorrow, something will feel different. Colors may seem brighter. Sounds may feel richer. Time may feel slower. That's because you've crossed through something rare, a spiritual message directly delivered from heaven. You were never meant to stay the same after reading this. Transformation has begun. And your loved one is still standing right there, smiling. Type Amen to get blessing 404. If you feel like speaking to them, do it. Out loud. In your mind. In a letter. They will hear every word. They always have. They always will. Their ears are pressed against the veil, and every syllable from you is a symphony to their soul. Type Amen to get blessing 118. Tonight, sleep differently. Don't carry fear into the bed. Lay down knowing that you're guarded, guided, and growing. You are under a divine watch now. Your name has been spoken by angels. And your life will never be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 777.